now we're going to take some sawhorses. You theoretically, I guess, could use a very sturdy table to put the legs on, but we like these sawhorses. Yeah, pretty good.
Do we want to put the front legs on first and then get that one set, or
No, we'll
get
do them
both
both.
Yeah, sometimes you have to push that up and then put it down. I got the back side.
Okay, so your way. I'll lift.
A little bit more. Hold. Down.
Okay.
After this, you want me to go grab a baggie?
Yeah. Yeah, you're okay, right?
Do you need me to help look?
No, I got it.
Got it. And hold. How far am I?
You're fine. Just
Okay,
come
cool.
towards me.
Oh, yeah. Counterweight, gotcha.
There we go. That's good.
There we go. I'll go grab a bag.
Alright. Power cord goes here. Yeah. Let's here. Alright. Then each of the bolts or legs has 2 bolts. But they are not 14 mil. They are a little larger. They're 16 mil, or thereabouts. Alright, so now we're going to take the head off. We got 3 bolts here. There's a spot for a 4th one. I don't have it. It's a 14 millimeter head. And just remove that. You might want to have somebody standing by with a baggie or steadying this while you're leveling this off. Okay, and then the last one. And then once we've got the bolts off, we'll close this back up and we'll put the glass back in, because you definitely want to transport this with the glass in the cabinet. You don't want the glass separate if you can avoid it. Okay. Alright, so now we'll close this back up. Oh. I don't know that he wants my socket wrench. Drop those back down. And then if you'll steady this, or you can bring that over, it's fine.
Can I lightly set this here for you
Yeah.
and then swap you.
Yep.
Okay, got that.
Slides up and then down, and then turn that to lock it. Right.
You got it?
Oh, well, we're just going to move this.
Oh, you move it.
We need to move this off.
Okay.
Set this on the floor. So now this just lifts. Alright, so now we're going to put the glass back in. And we'll put the breaker bar back in. You know, when this is in place, grab this little rod down here, lift it out, it slides into place, push it back, locks it in. And I'm going to leave the ball out here and I'll put it with the leg bolts. That way it's not banging around in there either. Alright. Okay. Next thing we need to do is we need to prepare the back end for transportation and disassembly. So to do that, we take our other key here, put it in the lock, and then once that's twisted, we can lift the back glass off like so. Just kind of lifts out and over. I'll set this down. And you never want to set the back glass flat, or you never want to set it on the floor, at least not without carpet tile or some kind of protection on it. So here's your backer box. Lift those two lids out and then they will open up. Is that light enough or should I get some more light?
We might need a little bit more. I mean, you can see it decently well.
Alright.
Oh, that helps a ton.
Alright. So just to go over a couple things real quickly. This is your power board. Put a little sticker here with the word power abbreviation. This is your driver, solenoid driver board. This is your MPU board. This is your sound board and your light board. Now, in order to take this off, there are some lag bolts up here that will need to come undone, but first we need to unconnect all of the cables that go down into the main cabinet from the respective boards. Now, in order to do that, basically I'm going to pull these off, and you'll do these in reverse order. And so,
Do you want me to zoom in?
You can. So on this one you've got MPU, and then I've labeled it J2. If you look on this board here, you'll see you've got J2 on the board. So you'll know when we pull this back up that that goes onto this board into this connector. Now the nice thing about Bally is they have these little keys here. Can you zoom in on that?
Yep. Whoa. Too much.
This key matches the missing pin on the board. This is the only connector that this connector technically can plug into without you breaking something. So as long as you're careful, these should go back where they originally came from. I'll pull this one off. This one says solenoid driver J1, so it matches here. And then again, J1, and it also has a key. J2 comes off, and this one here comes off. Alright, now let's see, we've got a couple more that we need to take off here. We need to take off the light board. We need to take J3 off and J1 off. This here, which is the only one of its kind, just unsnaps here. There we go. And let's see, we've got a couple then from the power board. And these are the most important ones because if these don't get hooked up right, nothing works. So,
Let's see. Can I get a better angle?
So, power jumper 2.
Zoom in just a little bit.
Okay. And power jumper 1. And again, they're labeled on here and keyed, so there's really no way you can plug them into the wrong location. One last one looks like we got here, and that's this solenoid driver J5. Also needs to come off. Okay, it looks like there's a lot of wires here, and there are, but fortunately most of these don't have to come undone. So we're going to take these out. do this here, and do this here, and then this just going to drop down here into this hole, into the base of the cabinet, making it easier for us to transport. Oh, and then the last one here is your speaker wire. You've got a big speaker in your cabinet. This will need to get plugged in. For whatever reason you're not getting sounds when you're playing the game, you probably forgot to plug your speaker in. The rest of these can stay put because they don't go anywhere. Alright, so we're going to take a break. I'll come back here in just a second and we will take the head off the pinball machine. Alright, so we're going to back everything up and get the machine ready to go. So whatever you see here, you're going to kind of want to do in reverse order. Obviously everything's working. We got everything up and running right now. So the first thing, of course, we're going to do is we're going to turn the machine off by flipping the switch here on the bottom right corner. Cut in front of the camera here. Next, we're going to need the keys. And we're going to open up the front of the cabinet so that we can remove the ball. Now, you don't have to necessarily remove the ball, but it's a good idea just because if you don't, there's a chance that it could bounce loose and damage the playfield while you're transporting it back and forth. So with the cabinet open, if you reach inside, there's a little lever on the inside here that pulls outward or into the middle of the cabinet, and then your breaker bar lifts right off. We'll set this aside.
I have this one mobile.
No, that's fine. Then we'll slide the glass down. And you'll do this for other things too. I can get out of the way here because of where the ball's at. Now let's set the glass over here. And then take the ball and we'll put the ball aside for now until we're ready to put it back and in the functioning machine. Alright,